Yeah, alright everyone, welcome back, good morning, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just sitting here with a nice brew. My second one of the morning so far. I've got to wake up, you know. Some of us have to get ready for work. Yeah, alright, what's been happening on YouTube? King of the Meltdowns. Not again. Not again. Oh yes, yes again. So he's quit, allegedly. He'll be back within the next few days or the next few hours. So Chris, you begged, you pleaded for a back and forth with the rather boring Stun Gun Paddy. Stun Gun has gave you his back and forth, done his little video, 16 minutes plus, an absolute bore fest. The guy lacks any charisma, he lacks any venom, he lacks any humour. It was just dull, and that's me being polite. It was dull, really, really dull. Stun Gun, he couldn't roast a fucking parsnip, mate. He's got all the personality of a fucking flea. He's someone, if I had him around me, trust me, he'd be like a gopher. He'd be running to the shop for me. He'd be buying my takeaways, buying my drinks, you know, cleaning out the ashtrays, you know what I mean, fucking mopping the floor. Do you get me? He's a goof at the end of the day. What is up, guys? With them ridiculous sunglasses. Mate, did you get dressed in the dark or what? And that costume jewellery. It's not real. It's not real. I don't even think he lives on his own. He does not look capable of wiping his own backside, if you ask me. But that's another story. Yeah, I'm fed up of hearing about he was on the brown or him walking around wherever he's from. Don't know, don't care. Yeah, but Chris, anyway, I could see once Stun Gun had done his video and it was weak, it was really weak. Chris was like dejected, I could see, you know, on his next video where he said, Stun Gun, that was, you know, that was rubbish or whatever. But you could see from his whole persona that it affected him, you know. He made the mistake of watching it all. I only got through 3.5 minutes. Chris, don't watch these videos that people make on you. Don't affect you then, does it? Do you know what I mean? Just carry on as if you're roasting them and they're not hitting you back. You know what I mean? That's how you win a war, mate. You know what I mean? I mean, most of them on this corner, when they lose a battle, they have to bring out the bacon card. I've had a few of them. Do you know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about. Sheriff, Karma, and a few others. Do you know what I mean? They haven't got the intelligence and the social skills to go back and forth without dropping the bacon card. You know, like I've always said, bacon obsessed weirdos. Chris is quit once again, or has he? Give it a few hours, a few days at most, he'll be back. You know what I mean? Someone did say a funny thing in his comment section just a couple of days ago, right? I don't know what video it was, but someone says, King of the Meltdowns, meltdown incoming, or something like that. Well, I think there was a laughing emoji, you know? I thought, yeah, I could see it as well. He was starting to get a bit erratic again, weren't he, Chris? You know what I mean? He's very up and down with his moods, bless him. I don't know what's wrong, you know? Anyway, yeah, Matt, I see Matt's last video. Another one, he'll be back. I'll give Matt about a week, he'll be back. Yeah, Matt, stay strong, buddy. I mean, a few years ago, yeah, I was fighting for my life, literally, an illness. I was fighting for my life, you know, and I beat it, and I come out the other end, and you know, and when I say beat it, I haven't beat it 100%, but health is improving every day, if you get me, you know. Just be a fighter, mate, never quit, you know. Yeah, Matt, big up to Matt. I like Matt, he's a good guy, he's a gentleman. Enjoy these videos. Another one that stole my ideas, but, you know, they all learn from the master, don't they? The Jizz, Matt, Murphy, Stun Gun, Andrew Goyne. He normally copies my videos as well, as you found out with the Paul Dumbo Venice and Shadow Bacon video. He's basically copied, pasted it, and droned on for 10 minutes plus. As for the Shadow Bacon Venice thing, there's nothing more to say. Like, I thought I've covered it. They're all old men. They're all old men that don't want to fight. There's always these months and months training camps, you know what I mean? A vacant title on your second fight. Yeah, you can say he's had many fights in the past, but they was donkeys years ago, you know what I mean? He's on roids, he's not natural. He's a little diddy man, he's Venice. Little shorty pants diddy man that's constantly suffering from, ooh, he might hit me back, ooh. Ah, mate, a persona. And did you see? Has anyone seen the picture yet on Shadow Bacon's community post? Look at Venice. He's clearly standing on a slope. Outside that pub, there's a large slope, and you can see he's literally on the higher ground. And he's got an hat on just to make him roughly the same size as Shadow. And Shadow ain't a giant. He's 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", you know. 5'10" max, you know what I mean? But I'd say about 5'9", you know, so plus Venice has his extra thick, you know, trainers on, you know, with the thick sole, you know, so fucking hell. But yeah, it is what it is. People are still believing these pretenders. Oh yeah, looking forward to the fight. You step in, Shadow, that'd be class, mate. You know, just a bunch of baboons. Brett May covered it before, doesn't want to fight. Quite happy to make the YouTube shekels. He's fallen out with JDP, or has he? I don't even know what they're allegedly squabbling over. I think they've been talking behind the scenes and that this is all, you know, just satire, you know, just to give, you know, something to talk about to the viewers, because they ain't really going in on each other hard, are they? But big up JDPs. Perhaps my favourite on here, do you know what I mean? It would be Murph, but Murph he's an absolute wet wipe, you know what I mean? He's really got some issues with his mental strength, you know? Oh, mate. Yeah, it's the usual shit, the usual lives, the usual squabbles, the usual faceless accounts on these lives. Everyone's a mod in the chat, if you noticed. There's not a few mods, there's like 20, 30 mods in each of these people's lives, you know, that are doing whatever they're doing, but yeah. So, what a day. Yeah, off to work in a minute. We're moving all the cones from London straight up to Walsall, all the way up the M10. So from M10, from Staines, near Staines Church, all the way up to Walsall, towards Goodyear End Road, I think it is, where we're finishing. So that's about, I don't know, we're doing about 56 miles up the M10, so yeah, fucking hell, mate. But people say to me then, how comes you look kind of pale? How comes you don't look like you're tanned and whatnot? It's because I have the filters on. I have the filters on the camera, you know, on the phone, because of I get some, I'm light sensitive, so I get sunburnt very easily. Do you know what I mean? So you don't want to see me with all like red blotches and, you know what I mean, and all that kind of stuff. So I have the filters on, so. You know, if you see, it's like people say when they see me in person, they say, well, fucking hell, I didn't realise you was that big. I'm a big guy. Big guy, about 6'4.5". Do you know what I mean? Big old guy, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, so. To be honest, you know what? I'm 40 next year, yeah? Soon might be time for me to do a video, Craig, and retire. Do you know what I mean? I've put a little away for the next 18 months and just move abroad, you know, move somewhere, a proper country, you know, not a woke simp snowflake country. Probably move to Russia or somewhere. But people say to me, how comes you don't take the British side? How comes you don't take the American side, you know, with the Ukraine situation? Shall I tell you why? Because the British and the Americans are known for lying. They're known for starting wars. Do you know what I'm saying? And yet, anyone else that starts wars, they're quick to brainwash everyone. Oh, they're the bad guys. Us Americans, British, French, we're the good guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And Trump, What happened to it wasn't Trump's war. It was Biden's war. That's the neutral negotiator. Yeah, Trump. Neutral, my arse. The neutral negotiator. Yeah, the mediator who's got his hands involved in this war since he took power and before and in his last fucking term, yeah? Didn't get his own way, didn't get Putin to get down on his knees and agree to his 30-day ceasefire so they can rearm, regroup Ukraine, who are getting smashed on the front. Every fucking part of the front line, they're getting smashed, and it's only going to get worse. And they can send all the weapons they like. They will go the same way. They will go in the weapons graveyard, you know, where all the other destroyed tanks and ammo is. You know, people saying, oh, no, Ukraine's fighting. Oh, yeah, but it's because Russia's got North Korea helping them and a couple of African nations. Ukraine's got over 40 countries helping them, the entire NATO. But half the world ain't on Ukraine's side because they know Ukraine is corrupt. All that money that's being funneled into Ukraine is going elsewhere. All these weapons are going elsewhere. You know what I mean? It's soon the whole world will be in a dangerous place because these weapons are getting into the hands of the wrong people, if you get me. I mean, Trump claims, oh, he's tired of seeing people dying every day. You know, the Russians are dying, the Ukrainians are dying. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. People are dying in the Middle East. Thousands of people are dying in the Middle East each day. He doesn't care about them. Should I tell you why? Because he's not involved like he is in Ukraine. It's all about money. It's all about corruption with that lot. You can't trust someone who's on that files, on the list, on the Epstein list, you know what I mean? Along with all the other, you know, scumbags of society. And that's what they are, you know what I mean? You know, that lot, Europe, NATO, is not a protective force, yeah? It's a warmongering, troublemaking force, yeah? I mean, people keep going on about, oh, yeah, Mr. Zelensky, well, he wants peace, No, he don't. He only wants a 30-day ceasefire so he can regroup, do you know what I mean? Because they're getting smashed on the front line. Do you know what I mean? He's never wanted peace. Do you know what I mean? I want to fight, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Mr. Donald Trump. Please send more weapons, more money. Yeah, we're all sending our fucking military weapons to a country that's clearly lost, yeah? Flatlining our economy. Yeah, that's why Europe is in this mess. We're going to throw sanctions on Russia. And who's going to be affected? Mainly Europe. Europe, mate. Energy prices going to go up. Cost of living prices is going to go up yet again. Yeah? And, you know, why are we going down the fucking toilet? Because, you know, we always have to stick our beak in wars that don't concern us. That's why I don't trust the British. I don't trust the Americans. I don't trust the French. They lie to us. I mean, do you lot actually sit and watch Starmer and Trump and actually think, yeah, they're the good guys. I'm going to take their side. They're the good guys. I can trust them. They've lied about fucking everything. So did Sunak. So did Johnson. Do you know what I mean? So did Cameron. So did that puppet Tony Blair. Oh, the weapons of mass destruction. Oh, yeah. There was no weapons of mass destruction. You know? They invaded Iraq illegally. You know? You know it, I know it. You know what I mean? Starmer can't protect our borders. He can't protect our borders from all these fucking immigrants coming over on the boats. Yet he can protect Ukraine's borders. Why is that? Why? I don't know. A few more rent boys? Who knows? I don't know what he's getting out of this. Do you know what I mean? But I don't trust him. I don't trust none of that lot. Starmer, Macron, Merz, Maloney, Trump. Trump has been a big letdown. The anti-war president. The president that wanted to end wars. Remember? Not start them. He's just the same as Obama, Clinton, Biden. Well, not that Biden even had the faculties to know what he was fucking signing or doing, you know what I mean? The guy was in La La Land. And I think Trump has lost his faculties. The guy is not smart. You listen to him talking about Ukraine, Russia, or Iran, Israel. He don't know his history. He don't know, he's clueless. You always send more, you know, the art of the deal. He's fucking, he became a billionaire, or millionaire, whatever he is now, because of his father. Left him fucking property. So of course, when you're a millionaire, when you're given your inheritance, it's hard to fail, isn't it? It's not about the art of the deal, he's a wonderful businessman and all that bollocks, because he ain't. He was given fucking millions. You know, of course something's going to turn to fucking gold, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're all frauds, mate. They're all warmongering frauds. You know, and you hear it on the news, oh, the Ukraine's doing this, oh, they're going to get their patriots, and they'll burn. They will burn just like the rest. You know. And to be honest, I think it's time the gloves came off with Russia. I think it's time, you know, I mean, Germany have been flexing for way too long. They never learnt a lesson from the Second World War, obviously. I mean, this is the Fourth Reich. You know what I mean? So, yeah, what can I say? Look, people that take Starmer's side, take Trump's side, Macron's, Merce, they're on the wrong side of history. These men are warmongers. They're leading this country and the world into dangerous territory. You know what I'm saying? The mediators my fucking arse, they're all involved. They're all involved. How can they be mediators? Where's the neutrality? You know? You have to do this, you have to do that. When you don't do this, oh, more sanctions, Lindsey Graham, another warmongering, clueless twit, plays golf with Trump, whispers in his ear, you know, these big, brilliant bill. It's just flatlining the American economy. That's what it's doing, mate. America's run out of weapons. They've given everything to Ukraine and Israel. Do you know what I mean? What happened to America first? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It was more bluster, just like everything else. More lies. More lies. They all lie. They're all run by the deep state. They're all run by the globalists. Someone's pulling Trump's strings. Yeah? Because he's done a complete 180 to what he said he was going to do. You know, I supported him. I believed in him, but he's just like the rest. You know what I mean? And, yeah, and also, he is what they say he is. Just check the files if you don't believe me.